Ever thought about running an online store, building your own brand?
Yeah.
But then you think about like all the stock you'd need, the shipping, the big upfront investment.
Yeah, the traditional headaches, it puts a lot of people off.
Exactly. Well, what if you could skip all that? Today, we're diving deep into drop shipping.
Ah, yes.
It's an e-commerce model that kind of flips the script on selling online. So our mission here is to really unpack it, how it works, the good stuff, the tricky bits.
The potential pitfalls for sure.
Yeah, and how to actually make a go of it based on the sources we've looked at. Think of this as your fast track to really getting drop shipping.
It's definitely a hot topic in e-commerce, and for good reason. It opens doors for people who want to start something online but maybe don't have huge resources.
Right.
It offers that agility. But there's more to it than just the basics, and we'll definitely get into those critical insights today.
Yeah.
The stuff that really makes a difference between just trying it and actually succeeding.
Okay, so let's nail down the core idea first. Drop shipping basically means you run an online store, but you don't hold any inventory yourself.
Correct.
When someone buys from your site, your supplier ships it straight to the customer. That's the gist.
Mhm.
It gets rid of a lot of hassle, but what's the real, the deeper pull beyond just low startup costs?
Well, the low cost is obviously a huge factor,
Yeah.
but I think what's really compelling is how it shifts the risk.
Hmm.
You're not sinking money into stock that might not sell.
True.
But, and this is key, it actually increases your reputational risk
Oh, interesting. How so?
because you're relying entirely on your supplier for product quality, for shipping times, for the whole customer experience post-purchase.
Yeah.
Your brand's name is in their hands, essentially.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. So vetting suppliers is huge.
Absolutely massive. We'll talk more about that. But yeah, it democratizes things.
Mm.
And the flexibility, run it from anywhere with Wi-Fi. That's a game changer for many.
That geographic freedom, yeah, that's definitely appealing. So someone's interested, they like the sound of this. Where do they actually start? What skills, what tools do you really need to get going?
Okay, foundationally,
Hmm.
you need a decent grasp of basic e-commerce concepts,
Hmm.
you know how online selling works,
Mm-hmm.
plus some digital marketing savvy, how to get your product seen online. And customer service skills are non-negotiable.
Right.
Being comfortable with online store platforms helps a lot. And understanding a bit about SEO, search engine optimization, is definitely a bonus.
And equipment.
Pretty minimal,
Yeah.
actually. A reliable computer, solid internet. Then you need an e-commerce platform. Shopify's super popular, very user-friendly.
Okay.
Or WooCommerce if you're maybe more techie and want more control with WordPress. And then some dropshipping software. Think Oberlo, Spocket, tools like that.
At least.
They help automate linking your store to suppliers.
So Shopify maybe for ease of use, WooCommerce for more customization?
Generally, yeah.
Yeah.
Shopify gets you up and running fast. WooCommerce gives more flexibility, but might need a bit more technical know-how.
Gotcha. Okay, so before even picking platforms, there's this massive decision. Niche selection. Choosing what to sell. It feels like the most crucial first step. How do you go about picking the right niche? Not just any niche.
You're spot on. It's foundational. Finding that sweet spot is everything. You need something with real market demand.
People actually searching for it.
Exactly. But also, ideally, not insanely competitive. So you need to dig deeper than just broad categories.
Like not just pet supplies.
Right. Maybe something like sustainable chew toys for large breed dogs or ergonomic travel gear for digital nomads. Something specific.
Ah, okay. Micro niches.
Precisely. Think about your own interests, too. What do you know about? What are you passionate about? That can give you an edge.
Makes sense.
Then research trends, see what people are talking about, what problems they need solved, use tools to check search volume, look at competitors, find where there's demand, but maybe a gap you can fill with a unique angle or brand.
Okay, so you've done the homework, you've found your niche, you're feeling good about it. What's next in actually building this thing? Finding suppliers seems like the immediate next challenge.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's where a lot of people stumble. Finding reliable suppliers is critical. You can start on platforms like AliExpress, Oberlo, Spocket. They connect you with loads of them.
But it's not just about finding any supplier.
Absolutely not. You have to vet them rigorously. Check the reviews, yes, but go further. Order samples yourself. Test the product quality.
Ah, good idea. See it firsthand.
See it, feel it. Understand their actual shipping times, not just what they claim. What's their return policy like? How responsive are they to questions?
Communication is key then.
Crucial. Remember that reputational risk. A bad supplier can sink you fast. So put in the effort here. It pays off massively.
Okay, suppliers vetted and lined up. Now building the actual online shop. What goes into creating a store that looks professional and actually converts visitors into buyers?
Right? The storefront. First, domain name. Choose something catchy, memorable, and relevant to your brand. Most platforms like Shopify will bundle hosting, which simplifies things.
Okay.
Then design. Yes, make it look good, but prioritize user experience. Is it easy to navigate? Can people find what they need quickly?
Yeah.
And critically, is it mobile friendly?
Oh, yeah, huge traffic for phones.
Massive. It has to work flawlessly on mobile. Use clean templates, good themes. Finally, your product listings. Don't just copy-paste supplier
Right,
descriptions.
make them your own.
Exactly. Write compelling descriptions that focus on the benefits for the customer, solve their problems, use fantastic high-quality images, and set competitive pricing that still gives you a decent profit margin.
Lots to consider there. So, okay, niche selected, suppliers vetted, store built, looks great, works on mobile, but how do people find it? Marketing time. How do you get traffic?
Marketing. Yes, this is where the ongoing effort really kicks in. You've got a few main channels. First, SEO, search engine optimization.
Getting found on Google.
Basically, yes. Optimizing your site and product pages with relevant keywords. But think long-tail keywords, those more specific phrases we talked about for niches.
Right.
And creating unique content, maybe blog posts related to your products, can really help attract organic traffic over time.
Okay. SEO is the long game. What else?
Social media marketing. Platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest are huge for visual products, engaging photos, videos, running contests, building a community around your brand.
Makes sense. What about faster results?
That's where paid advertising comes in. Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads.
It can get expensive though, right?
It can, which is why targeting is crucial. You can target ads based on demographics, interest, online behavior. Done right, you can get a very good return on investment, your ROI. Track what's working and double down.
Okay, so a mix of strategies usually works best.
Definitely. SEO for sustainable traffic, social for engagement and branding, paid ads for targeted reach and quicker sales.
Right. So the marketing's working, orders are coming in. What about managing it all? Order fulfillment, how seamless is that? And customer service, especially when you aren't shipping it yourself.
Fulfillment is where that dropshipping software really shines.
Yeah.
Mostly, it's automated.
Right.
Order comes in, software tells the supplier, supplier ships.
Sounds easy.
It can be,
Yeah.
but you need to monitor it. Make sure the integrations are working, keep an eye on processing times. But customer service, that's all you. It's super important.
Because things can go wrong with shipping.
Exactly. Delays happen, items might arrive damaged. You need to be responsive, professional, empathetic. Keep customers in the loop about their order status. Manage their expectations about shipping times up front.
Transparency, it's key.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good communication builds trust, even when there's a hiccup. Bad service will kill your repeat business and reputation.
Okay, so you're managing orders, handling customer service. How do you know if the whole thing is actually, working well? How do you track performance and improve?
Data. You have to live in your analytics. Use the tools your e-commerce platform provides, maybe Google Analytics too. Track everything.
Like what specifically?
Traffic sources, where are visitors coming from? Conversion rates, what percentage of visitors actually buy something? That's a huge indicator of how well your store and listings are performing.
Okay.
Track your sales, average order value, customer acquisition cost. This data tells you what's working and what's not.
So you can tweak things.
Precisely. Maybe one marketing channel is driving lots of traffic, but few sales. Maybe a product page has a high bounce rate. The data lets you make informed decisions to optimize your store, your marketing, everything to improve profitability. It's a constant cycle of analyze, test, refine.
Makes sense. It sounds like a viable model, but definitely not set it and forget it. So let's talk challenges. What are the biggest roadblocks people hit with dropshipping, and how do they get around them?
Yeah, it's definitely not without hurdles. We mentioned reliable suppliers. That's a big one. The solution really is that intense upfront vetting and maintaining good communication. Don't be afraid to switch suppliers if one isn't cutting it.
Okay. What else?
Competition. It can be fierce,
Yeah.
especially in popular niches. You can't just compete on price usually.
So how do you compete?
Differentiation. Find your unique angle. Maybe it's exceptional customer service. Maybe it's building a really strong brand story that resonates. Maybe it's focusing on that super specific micro niche. Offer something more than just the product.
Build a brand, not just a store.
Exactly. And finally, customer satisfaction, tied to shipping and quality control, which you don't directly manage.
Right.
So manage expectations proactively. Be upfront about shipping times. Have clear, fair return and refund policies. Handle issues professionally, even if it means taking a small loss sometimes to keep a customer happy. Long-term reputation matters more.
Good advice. So let's say someone navigates these challenges, gets the business running smoothly. How do they scale it up? Take it from a side hustle to potentially something bigger.
Scaling involves a strategic shift. First, really focus on building that strong brand identity we talked about. Consistent look, feel, voice across everything. Make it memorable.
So people recognize and trust it.
Yes. Second, think about expanding your product range smartly. Do market research. What else would your current customers be interested in? What related products fit your brand? Add items that increase average order value.
Grow the catalog carefully.
Right. And third, focus heavily on customer retention. It's usually cheaper to keep an existing customer than acquire a new one.
How do you do that?
Email marketing is huge. Build an email list. Send out newsletters, special offers, personalized recommendations. Consider loyalty programs. Make your customers feel valued. Repeat business is the bedrock of sustainable growth.
Build loyalty, expand offerings, strengthen the brand. Got it.
To make this all feel more real, maybe you could share an example or two. Success stories. Sure. There's a great example of a graphic designer. Let's call him Mark. He used his design skills to start a dropshipping store, selling phone cases with his unique designs.
Ah, leveraging an existing skill.
Exactly. He didn't just sell generic cases. He sold his art, his style. He used social media really well to build a following around his designs. Within a year, it apparently became his main income source.
Oh, wow, that's impressive.
Shows how a unique skill or angle can really work. Another one is, say, Anna, a stay-at-home mom who saw a need for eco-friendly baby products.
A specific niche with strong values.
Right. She built her brand around sustainability and quality. Even though she was dropshipping, she was meticulous about sourcing products that met her standards. Customers connected with those values. It became a thriving business, giving her that work-from-home flexibility she needed.
Those are really inspiring. They show it's possible with the right approach.
Oh,
So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for our listeners? It seems drop shipping is definitely appealing, low risk, flexible.
huge potential, yeah.
But it's not a magic button. Success comes down to smart niche selection, finding truly reliable partners in your suppliers, building a professional, trustworthy online store, and then being really strategic and persistent with your marketing.
Absolutely. It requires work, strategy, and ongoing effort. And maybe a final thought to leave people with.
Yeah.
Think about how this model is changing entrepreneurship. It lowers barriers, allows for incredible flexibility. So ask yourself, what unique skill, passion, or insight do you have that could maybe fit into this model? Even starting small, focusing on that niche, building that brand, or just consider what does this mean for the future as more people look for ways to build their own thing online.
Food for thought. Plan carefully, execute consistently.
And you really could build something quite remarkable.